Come on in, everybody. Today we're doing top 10 movies of all time. And we're also going to be reacting to our friends' top 10 movies of all time as well. Thank you, friends, for sending in those lists. So we're going to check out my top 10, and then we're going to check out our friends' top 10s. And before I begin, this could have been easily top 50 movies of all time. If you're watching along, feel free to drop in one of your favorite movies of all time. Can be any movie you like watching. Let's get into it.
Number 10, Super Mario Bros. Movie. Mamma mia, everybody. I really like the Easter eggs in this movie. I really like the animation in this movie. One of my favorite scenes is when Peach is in the fire flower field. Really awesome. I think the beginning of the movie when Mario and Luigi are just plumbers, that's really funny. But honestly, guys, Bowser and DK, they just steal the show. Jack Black is awesome. He's so funny. Number 9, Deadpool. I never had seen a movie like this with all the gore and the violence and the humor. That's really cool. And I really like the back of the DVD cover. It looks like a comic book. But honestly, guys, with Deadpool, I'm really big fan of his origin story. How he gets his powers, the suffering he goes through. Really cool. But right now, Deadpool 1 might be my favorite over Deadpool Wolverine. That's hard to say. Number 8, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. This one is crazy. I mean, if you've never seen it, I think everyone's seen this movie once. But here, go watch it again and get yourself some chocolate. Get some chocolate and rewatch Willy Wonka. It's worth it, guys. Number 7. We've talked about this one before. Ratatouille. I just didn't know what to expect when I first saw this movie. I thought, okay, now it's a rat that cooks. Like, what is this? But the scenes are beautiful when they're in the apartment and they're looking over the city. All the cooking scenes, they're fun. They're fun and funny. Oh, I love that case right there. I love how the DVD looks. Number 6, 50 First Dates. Adam Sandler. The Wedding Singer. Sorry. I just love Adam Sandler. Mr. Deeds. I love Adam Sandler movies, guys. And Happy Gilmore. I'm putting them all at number 6. Adam Sandler, anything. But I really love 50 First Dates. 50 First Dates is definitely probably my favorite Adam Sandler movie, along with Waterboy, which I don't own. Number 5, Forrest Gump. I mean, I watched it as a kid. I didn't really know. I watched it when I got older. I started to understand more. It's such a simple movie. It's such a great flick. It holds up to this day. Number 5, Forrest Gump. Get yourself a box of chocolate. Number 4, Spider-Man. But on this one, I have 4 in 1 here. I have the Venom. I have the first Spider-Man MCU one. And then the part 2, Far From Home. But Into the Spideyverse is my favorite. Number 4, Spider-Man. Into the Spideyverse. And check this out too, right behind. I really like physical DVDs, like Blu-rays. I mean, I think the case, it just gets you excited for the movie. It's like, whoa, what are we gonna watch today? And I really like this one, the steel case it came with. Spider-Man. Into the Spideyverse. Number 4. Number 3, Batman, The Dark Knight. I have all 3, the original trilogy, but what can I say about number 3 that hasn't been said by, everybody who's ever seen? If you're a Batman fan, you probably have seen The Dark Knight. If you're not a Batman fan, you probably have seen The Dark Knight. Obviously, Joker is the main draw to that movie for me. It's and it's so crazy. They don't have superpowers. That's the one thing I always think about when I watch this movie. He doesn't have superpowers. So how does that work? How is it so good still? It's just such a good movie, guys. I recommend it 100%. I watch it at least once a year. There's some footage of them. I just can't even imagine, man. I rest in peace. But I imagine if he didn't pass away, what could have been but at least we have The Dark Knight. Number 2, Logan, man. And this is interesting. Number 2 is Logan, but because of, and also number 2 shares a spot with Star Wars. So number 2 is sharing a spot, Logan and Star Wars, everybody. Let me show you. Let's talk about Star Wars first. I love all of them, guys. Star Wars, The Phantom Menace, Episode 2, Episode 3 is my favorite, if I had to say, from the original trilogy. We skipped A New Hope. That's okay. A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. They're all classics. Great characters. And it's funny. I always say this about Star Wars. It's not really so much about the lightsabers. It's interesting when you think about it. There's not that much lightsabers fights. It's the story. It's the whole, yes, Jar Jar Binks. I love that picture of Jar Jar. But yeah. Let's go back into it. Logan. So it's interesting. I would say Logan is my number 2 as well, because not just because, and I love that Noir black and white, not just because of Logan itself, but because of all the previous X-Men films. Without those, Logan wouldn't be as amazing as I like it to be.
And my number 1 movie, which is really weird, but I'm just being real here, I don't own it. I saw it so many times in theaters. I've seen it so many times on Disney, on the Disney app. I've seen it with friends. I've seen it with family. We don't know what to watch. Throw on Endgame. Throw on Infinity War. Let's watch both of them. My favorite movie of all time, hands down, Endgame, Infinity War. Why is it my favorite? Guys, it's just, everything is just really cool. All the characters, they all get good screen time. Everybody feels important. You want to know what happens, and you can watch it again and again and again. And I really don't know how to explain that, but if you can watch a movie more than 10 times, you probably have one of your favorite movies of all time. Thank you guys for watching. Let's jump into our friends list. And now, let's look at some of our friends' top 10 movies of all time, starting with Crush. We've been friends for a long time. Let's see. We haven't really talked too much about movies, so I'm very interested to see. Here are my top 10 in no particular order, and that's totally fine. Terminator 1. Terminator 1. Even just saying Terminator, you gotta let it come out. You gotta let it come out. Rambo 2, very inspired by Crush. And Avengers Infinity War is on here. And I love this one, guys. SpongeBob the movie, such a good movie. It is so good. South Park the movie, I remember wanting to watch that as a kid. Friday the 13th, the whole series. Jurassic Park 1, dun 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 dun. Nightmare on Elm Street, the whole series. Hero, Jet Li. You know what? I don't think I've ever seen Hero. I'm going to have to watch that one. I'm going to pick one movie from everybody's list, and I'm going to have to watch Hero, Jet Li. And the last one, Terrifier 2. Next up, let's look at Jordy's list. Hey, Jordy, how you doing, man? Awesome, Jordy. Let's see what you got. Number 10, Bad Boys. Good start off. And number 9, I may say this wrong, Lali Oy La Kusi. I have never heard of that one. I'm going to have to ask you about that one. Number 8, Lawrence of Arabia. Number 7, Beverly Hills Cop. Number 6, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Love it. Apparently that movie took like 8 years to make. It was from the 50s. Number 5, The Matrix. Wow. Wait. Yes. Number 4, La Grande Vadrouille. Sorry if I'm butchering that again. I have never heard of that one, so I'm gonna have to ask Jordy, everybody. Number 3, Shrek. Number 2, Liar Liar. I forgot about that movie, man. It is such a good one. Jim Carrey is so good, guys. And number 1, The 10 Commandments, 1956. Wow. This is a great list, guys. This is a great list. Next up, Cuban Pete. And Cuban Pete has this awesome site that he has. He's on Letterboxd. His name is Cuban Pete, Qubanpete. I probably should have done this. This would have probably been look much nicer, but let's look at him. A friend helped me realize I don't have a top 10 that combines horror and non-horror. So here we are. These are ranked in order. Feel free to judge me. All right, guys, you heard him. Feel free to judge them. All right, I'm not sure if it's number 1 or number 10 first. I'm gonna say this is number 10. An American Werewolf in London, 1981. I've never seen that movie, but I've heard of it. I've never seen that one. And honestly, right off the back, I think this is the one I would watch. And the one from Jordy's list, I would probably watch. I'm going to ask Jordy which one he recommends. But let's get back to this one. Sorry about that. Inglourious Bastards. The Cabin in the Woods. And this is going to be funny. Wally. Such a great... You go from The Cabin in the Woods to Wally. Hey, watch The Cabin in the Woods and then go watch Wally, guys. Everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. Next up, Eternal Sunshine. Next up, Fight Club. That's all we can say. Next up, Alien. 1970. Oh, has it been that long, guys? I mean, 1979 Alien. Because this website's really cool. I'm going to show a picture of it. I might have said that already. But this is really cool, man. Cuban Pete loves his movies. Awesome. I've never heard of this movie, Adaption. And I might be saying that wrong. I apologize. Bruce Almighty. Jim Carrey with another appearance. Jim Carrey. Oh my gosh. And this is either number 10 or number 1. There Will Be Blood. I have no idea what that movie is about either. So which one should I watch? There Will Be Blood or An American Werewolf in London? I don't know. We'll have to ask Cuban Pete. Next up, and I think this is the last list, you guys. Thank you guys for sending the list in. These have been awesome to look at. I love this. Mala Mary. I haven't seen any of these lists. These are all blind. So let's see what Mala has. In any order? In no particular order. In no particular order, these are Mala's top 10 movies of all time. Cars. That is a good movie. I like number 1 the most, and then I think I like the one where he gets like, not the secret agent one. Well, maybe it is a secret agent one. The one where he gets like outplayed. He gets outmatched by it's a meme where he can't keep up with the new cars. He's old. I feel like we just can relate to that scene. It's a good movie overall. Cars.
Mater.
Yeah, Mater's funny. The Lion King. That movie, actually, guys, it's hard for me to watch. It really is. It's sad. It's hard for me to watch, but it's definitely one of the best movies ever made. Logan is on here as well. Mala loves that movie too. Pirates of the Caribbean, all of them, or part 1?
All of them.
The whole series. Devil Wears Prada. So guys, last year Mala would tell me about that movie, and I finally watched it, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good, man. It holds up with time. It's pretty good. It has a lot of you might know who the bad guy is. You might not know what's gonna happen. It's interesting. It's a very interesting
right there
movie.
too.
Oh, and it's right here too. It's right here. Yeah. Yeah, it's right here. Look at that. We've had it for so long. We've never seen it, and then we finally watched it together. Movies, huh?
You're not going to Paris.
You're not going to Paris. And I remember I saw that scene in The Office, and I didn't know what it meant, and now I know what it means. Avengers Endgame is on here, of course. A very good pick. Thor Ragnarok. Probably one of the best Marvel movies that you can watch over and over and over again. Fast and the Furious. The whole series. Go fast, Mola. Titanic is on here. And in no particular order, there's one more. Amores Perros. Amores Perros. So I have never seen that one. So that's the one we're going to watch, Mala. I've never seen that movie. So I got to watch it. And all the other ones I've seen. So we'll watch that one together. And again, guys, that is it for our top 10 movies of all time. Thanks for watching. We'll probably do another top 10 movies, like probably, or not movies, but a top 10 list in like 5 months from now. We'll figure that out. Jump into Discord, guys. Jump into Discord. We've been making videos for about 8 years now, and I would love to see you over there. Thanks for visiting. Have a good one.